Right.
2 metres?
Yeah, that's
Happy with
about
that? Happy with that?
right.
Evening. My name's Simon Howard and I'm the Marketing Director at Bailey of Bristol.
And I'm Lee Davey. I am the Caravan brand ambassador for Bailey, and I'm excited to be here because we have a Phoenix 760. So I'm intrigued to see exactly what changes have been made for 2021. Now, just before we go into the different layouts, could you just comment and let me know that you can hear things, press like, and then we'll take you through all the changes for 2021 and you can see the new range.
As you can see, we haven't made it to the NEC this year for obvious reasons, but what we have managed to do is secure part of the East Canteen in our factory, South Liberty Lane, South Bristol. They do want it back tomorrow morning in time for their bacon sandwiches, but they've very kindly given this space to display some of the new 2021 season caravans from our portfolio. 2020 was a very busy year for us in terms of caravan. We actually had 3 new ranges. We had the new 8-foot wide luxury Alicanto Grande. We also had at the other end of the portfolio the new adventure, small, funky, lightweight Discovery range. And we even found time to upgrade our popular Unicorn range with the Black Edition. And I'm pleased to say that we've been back at work now for a month and we've been producing for a month, and basically we've been concentrating on those 3 ranges because they're not changing for the season ahead. But there are 2 that will be changing, and tonight Lee and I are going to focus, as he said, on the Phoenix range, which for the 2021 season will become the Phoenix Plus range. In terms of layouts, there's going to be 6 models in the range, and we've selected the 6 best-selling models from the current Phoenix lineup. And as you can see on this handy piece of Alutech board here, we have the layouts for you. So the smallest and lightest is the 420. That's your traditional 2-berth with end washroom, with parallel front bed lounge. Moving up inside slightly, you have the compact 440, which is a 4-berth with a fixed double bed and a full-width transverse end washroom. And then you're going up to the bigger single-axle vans, and the next 4 are all the same size, but we have the 642, which features fixed single twin beds and a rear washroom, the 644, which features a transverse island bed, and then the 640, which features a longitudinal island bed with a washroom in the middle. The final van is the single axle family van, and that's the 650, and that's so new we haven't even built one yet, so unfortunately we won't be able to show you one of those tonight, but that is a single axle family van, and that has a rear bedroom for the children with fixed double bunks opposite a side dinette and a transverse west washroom. So for the Phoenix Plus range, these 6 layouts will make up the range.
Can I interrupt you there? As a Phoenix 760 owner, what have you done with the Phoenix 760?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Lee, and I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you. Unfortunately, the 760 isn't going to be continued for this season. We've looked at the sales figures, and unfortunately the 760 didn't justify it in terms of sales volumes. It's a pity because I think it's a great family layout. But we found as soon as we launched the Pegasus Grande range, the 8-foot wide Pegasus Grande range, people moved very quickly towards the family layouts there because they really wanted that extra space. So we do have single axle family layouts in this range and obviously in the Pegasus Grande, but sadly no 760 for now at least.
All right.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Perhaps I should have told you that before you came. So that's the floor plans. Let's go and have a look at some of the vans and we'll talk you through some of the changes, and then we'll walk through and Lee's going to explain the individual layouts to you. But let's go and have a look at the outside first of all. So as you can see, Lee, quite a significant change from your current 760.
Yeah, I mean, the
Sorry to rub it in.
That's okay. I mean, the most obvious change is the grey sides. Now, I always liked them when we had the Pursuit. Makes it look a bit different, and I quite like the colour scheme of it, especially with the new graphics. I see it's also got some new wheels as well. And I think those are the changes, aren't they? On the
outside, yeah. We've tried to sort of make it a little bit smarter on the outside, get a bit more presence on the road. And particularly with the grey sides, we feel that typically is a feature that you find in more expensive models. So again, it's giving Phoenix that little bit more pizzazz.
Yeah.
But let's have a wander inside and look at the changes there, because I think some of those are even more significant. And they're Obviously, it's quite difficult to film all this and social distance, so please excuse us if we do get a little bit too close. But as you can see, the vans are all well ventilated, so we're comfortable that we're safe here. But moving inside, as you can see, Lee, it really is very, very different from the current Phoenix range.
Yeah, I mean, we've got the first generation, I think, Phoenix, the 760. And now for me, the changes I noticed immediately are the locker doors. They're curved. I can feel a knee roll on the upholstery. Also, is it a light oak finish?
Yeah, it's a much lighter finish. I think the first generation Phoenix was a darker wood. So we've gone lighter. And I think it sort of opens up the van a little bit more, and I think it looks a little bit more upmarket, particularly with these sort of curved locker doors. I think that really adds. The upholstery, as you say, is fully sprung and with knee roll. It also comes complete with scatter cushions as standard now. They were optional on the previous range, and you also get a washroom carpet, loose fit washing carpet as part of the package now. In terms of the equipment, we felt that the package was very, very strong. Bear in mind, we're aiming this as this is what we call our first choice range, so it's really people's first choice for a first new caravan, and we really think it has everything that people would need already. So it comes complete with the Truma combi heating, and as you're probably aware with all Bailey vans, it's fully insulated, so we have grade 3 standard insulation, which means it's suitable for people to take to the Arctic should they so wish.
Yeah, I was going to mention that, because if you're not familiar with Truma heating, we took 2 Bailey caravans to the Arctic Circle, not in the summer, in the middle of winter, and I can remember now turning on the Truma heating only to have to turn it down when I was in my gym jams because I was too hot. So yeah, the Truma heating works really well. Other changes I can see, looks like you've got a circular sink instead of a square sink. And is that a slightly different cooker as well?
No, the cooker's the same. It's fully integrated with hob oven and grill, but it's Thetford appliances, so quality there, and a Dometic under counter refrigerator. Okay. But fundamentally, everything you can see here, other than that very old jar of porridge on the side there, is included in the standard specification. Yeah. So as with Bailey, there are no hidden extras. Everything you see here is included as part of the price. The only option extra we have with this model, there are 2. There's the Alco trailer control system, which is a factory fit option, which you need to specify at the time of ordering. Yeah. And also for the fixed bed layouts, which we'll see in a moment, you can buy the optional bedding set.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're in the 462, the 642, isn't it? I should know.
We're in the 420.
420, that's right.
Yeah. So this
know your product, Simon.
So this will be the traditional front lounge layout for a 2-berth caravan. Now these beds are quite long. Now I had a look through the spec sheet. Now I've got my clipboard in front of me. I think it was so these are 6'2".
Yeah, so very spacious. So you can either sleep them as singles or make them up into a very, very large double. Yeah. So the choice is yours. So it's the smallest, the lightest. So in terms of tow cars with this van, you'd be looking at something like...
Oh, you're looking at a Ford Focus or a Volkswagen Golf. So, if you're going away as a couple, and I don't know if you saw the outside, and you saw how, the shipping length, let me have a look at my clipboard again, it is just 5.56 metres long. Now that includes the A-frame. So if you've got your Focus, your Golf or something similar, and you want to go away as a couple, but you don't want a massive van, well, this could certainly fit the bill. Sure. And also with 6'2" long seating, you haven't got to feel that you've got to make up the bed each night, because you could use them as singles or as a big double.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and also as well with a short van, you've got a large end washroom.
Indeed, it feels very spacious inside, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah.
So this is the baby of the lineup. How about you show the viewers round the rest of the models?
Okay, right. Let's go and have a look at. Next up, I think, is the 440. Right. So I'll let Christine in first to have a look inside, and I'll just talk you through. Now the 440, we've started off on the 420, which is, as Simon says, the baby of the bunch. But the 440 is incredibly light. So we are looking at an MTPLM, that's its gross weight with everything in, of 1,347 kilos. Which means you can tow it with something like a Vauxhall Insignia or something of a similar size. Now the big selling point here, if Christina pans around and has a shot of the bed, we have a fixed bed. This is a 4-berth caravan, but you've got a fixed bed in a lightweight caravan, which makes it appealing for if you've got a young family. You could try. The front lounge can be used for small single bunks or made up to a small double, and obviously the parents can use the bed that Christina just showed you. Obviously it's got the end washroom as well with a separate shower.
I think the nice thing about this is if you are using it as a multi-berth van, you've got a nice concertina partition there, so you can divide the sleeping area up at night. So
Yeah.
But generally, most people would use this as a luxury 2-berth.
Yeah, I think it's a good couples van. You've also got the option then to take away, I don't know, say if you're going away and you've got your grandchildren for the weekend, they could come with you. As Simon says, you could divide it off with a central divider. So it's a one size fits all, I think.
And plenty of overhead storage space.
Yeah.
Show people inside one of the lockers, perhaps.
Yeah, I think, aren't they all soft close as well? With the plate rack, because R760 hasn't got a plate rack. So yeah, lots of changes.
Sure. And the DAB radio lives in the corner pocket there.
Okay, yeah. So if you're a fan of absolute 80s like me, you can get your DAB radio.
Old Man FM.
Old Man FM. You can listen to that. So yeah, should we have a look at the next one?
We have a question.
Okay.
From someone called Rob. They want to know how many hobs are in the Phoenix house.
Right. Well, should we have a
Why
look?
don't you show Rob in the next
Yeah.
caravan? Thanks, Rob, for the question. Lee,
Right,
show
Rob.
in the next one.
This one is for you. If I go in first, I'll lift up the cover for Christina. So we have, it looks like a 4-burner gas hob. And in case you can't see that, separate grill with an oven underneath that as well. So Rob, if you want to do a full cooked English breakfast, have the kettle boiling as well and have a pot of beans, you're in luck.
There speaks a man of experience by the sounds of it.
Oh,
Lee.
absolutely. Well, you can probably tell by my shirt. I'm sure this has shrunk in the wardrobe since lockdown.
What about
right.
this layout?
So we are in the 642. Now this has, behind Christina, I don't know if you could just turn the camera around. This one has the fixed twin beds. Now the door in the middle that you can see leads to a full width washroom with a separate shower. So there's a large mirror, lots of dressing room in there, and a wardrobe to the left, opposite the shower. So I suppose the beauty about the 642 is, I mean, we've used this layout when we've done trips to the Arctic and Bristol, is if you want beds that are made up, ready to go, you can use it as a couple. Or if you have a family and you would like slightly larger beds, you've got the option there with the front bedding here, which I think from memory are 5'11".
They are, correct.
Or, okay, get me. Or you can make this up to a double bed. So you've got lots of possibilities here. As with the 440, you could use it as a couple's van with a fixed bed, but you have that other addition as well. So if you want to take other people away all the time, one time a year, you know, it's an adaptable layout for that.
Sure. We're finding it's becoming increasingly popular with the smaller families, perhaps with older children who don't want to share a bed. They'll particularly take one of the bunks at the back, and mum and dad can sleep at the front.
Yeah.
This is the bigger single axle, so it's slightly longer than the two we've seen previously. And in terms of tow cars, the weight's about 1,400 kgs for this and the next two we're going to see. So what are we looking at there, Lee?
Yeah, I mean, for these, it's going to be a Skoda Kodiaq. For that sort of size car, we'll be able to tow this comfortably. Now, I'm not talking about maximum towing weights here. I'm talking about the 85% guideline from both clubs. So, you know, you could probably use a smaller car if you're looking for that 100% limit. But if we stick to the 85, a Skoda Kodiaq will tow this van and the next two as well with ease.
Great stuff.
We got a question. They want to know where the table goes in this layout.
That is a very good question. Now I'm going to have to... well, that's a bit of luck, isn't it?
Yeah. Thanks for asking this one.
There's a handy cupboard just for the table right by the kitchen. So, yeah, there's no luggage to move, no things to shift. It's there right in front of you.
Just don't ask us the same question in 2 vans' time. It's a lot harder work to find that one.
Right, shall we have a look at the next one?
Yes.
Right, so this one is the Phoenix Plus 640. Now the 640 has been the, am I right in saying it's the best-selling van in the Phoenix range?
Absolutely, by some margin. Very, very popular with customers at the moment, yeah.
Now this van is divided into 3 distinct areas. So the front has the lounge with the kitchen. If Christina pans round, in the middle is a central washroom. Now this washroom is accessible with a door at either side. So, you know, if you're of a certain age and you don't want to disturb the other occupants of the van and you need to use the loo.
Discreetly put, well done.
Absolutely. Then you can open the door at either end and use the washroom. But it has a generous dressing area in the middle. It has a separate shower and obviously the basin and the loo, lots of storage around that.
So I guess with this layout, you've got 3 very distinct rooms within the layout.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too dissimilar from our 760 layout. We have a central washroom, obviously at the end bit, which you may be...
Christina right in there, or is she shut in there?
I think Christina's shut in there.
Customers love this bedroom.
Yeah, so the 760 we have the central washroom, but we have bunks down that end. But that washroom, that bedroom down there, I mean, it's you know, it's a lovely thing, and it also gives you the option because you can lift up the bed, and if you've got bulkier, maybe lighter items, you can store it under that fixed bed as well. So yeah, I can see why this is possibly, you know, the best-selling van in the range. Also, a thing to note. I think, am I right in thinking that obviously this has been around for a few generations now, but did this originally come from the Australian rangefinder, that cover?
It did. It was a suggestion for you. So the idea is, particularly in the sort of more compact caravans, to give you more worktop space.
Yeah.
So as you can see, you've got plenty there. In fact, if you wanted some more, there is the option to get an extension flap upgrade, which you can buy either from your retailer or Prima Leisure to extend it further. But again, also you've got this sideboard on the other side on this model, so you've got really have got plenty of worktop space and storage underneath. So the kitchen is very, very functional. So this one's sort of quite segmented in layout, but if we have a look at the next van, the 644, has an island bed, but it's the polar opposite in terms of the feel.
Yes, okay.
We have some questions. Does the bedding come with the caravan?
The bedding is an optional extra. It's made for us by our soft furnishing suppliers, so it does coordinate, so the runners and the cushions do match the rest of the upholstery, but that will be an optional extra that you can buy through your retailer or through Prima Leisure. That's Bailey's parts and accessories business. Any more questions, or?
Kat wants to know how long the front beds are on the 640.
I'm glad you asked that, Kat, because I have a sheet with some very, very small print on. The front singles are 5'11", both of them, both same length by 2 foot 1 wide, and it will make into a front double of 6'2" by 4'7".
Right, shall we have a look at the 644? Right, again, the weight for this caravan is around 1,400 kilos. That's MT PLM, its maximum weight. Now this has a front lounge similar to the last caravan we looked at, which was the 640. Now beyond the kitchen, it's a very different layout. This has what's called a Transverse Island Bed, which I believe, is that the bedding set that you can buy, the optional extra you just mentioned?
Yes, that's it, yeah.
Now the bed on this, you've obviously got a lot of room at the foot of the bed. You can pull out the bed for night mode, I believe you call it. It's set in day mode at the moment, but do you want me to sneak past and just demonstrate? So right, this is day mode. So this bed is pushed right back and you've got lots of room at the end of the bed. So you can either use it as is, or if you'd like a bit more room, you can pull it out to there. So then that gives you lots of sleeping area in a transverse island bed and a lot more room. Now, if I push this back in, I'll let Christina have a look and she can show you the washroom. Thank you.
One of the advantages with the transverse bed is you get a lot of space underneath it as you do in the 640, but you can access it from the outside on this layout because the head of the bed is on the side.
Okay.
There's an exterior hatch door there, so if you had any outdoor gear that you wanted to keep there, that hatch is very, very handy.
Okay. It also looks like it's got quite a decent sized rear washroom as well. Christina's showing you the cupboard above the loo at the moment. There's more storage alongside the mirror. Nice big mirror. Yeah, lots of dressing room, and obviously that that separate shower to the other side. So to sum up, we obviously have the front lounge, we have the kitchen, the fridge, separate area above, the microwave, the fixed bed, and the end washroom. All right. Let's have a look at the next one.
Congratulations, Christy, on not falling out any other caravans so far. So that's 5 of the 6 layouts from the new Phoenix Plus range. I'm pleased to say information on these models will go live on the Bailey website about tomorrow lunchtime. So you can get more information and images on those. We were really happy with the transformation with Phoenix Plus. We felt it really lifted the product and made it a lot more upmarket. So happy we're with it, we decided to apply the same execution to our existing Pegasus Grande range. So, as a sneaky peek for you, we have one model from the new Pegasus Grande SE range, and this will be arriving in retailers in early October. So this will replace the current Pegasus Grande, and we'll go inside in a minute and show you some of the changes. But as we did with Phoenix, I'll just run you through the layouts, which again are on the handy piece of Alitech we have behind us. With Pegasus Grande, what we've decided to do is effectively keep all layouts as are. They're all proving popular. There's a big growth in popularity of 8-foot wide caravans, both as tourers and for vehicles being for seasonal use on seasonal pitches. With Bailey, with our 8-foot wide range, we like to have single and twin axles because the weights are very, very competitive. You can still tow them. So we have 3 single axles, 2 single axles and 4 twins. We'll get there in the end. And the layouts we have are the Rimini, which has fixed single beds with a transverse end washroom. We have the Brindisi, which we're going to show you in a moment, which has the transverse island bed with end washroom. And then we're moving up to the twin axles. The Bologna is exactly the same layout as the Brindisi, but on a twin axle platform, so much longer. We then move on to the Messina, which is the daddy version of the Phoenix Plus 640. So that has a longitudinal island bed, so an end bedroom with a centre washroom and a front lounge. And then the 2 big family layouts, which are going very, very well for us at the moment. We have the Palermo, which is a 6-berth, and that has a large parallel bed front lounge, a U-shaped dining area, which is very, very handy because you have separate dining and lounging areas. And at the back of the caravan, you've got a corner washroom and then fixed bunks in the corners. And then finally, you have the Turin, which I enjoyed using with my family this summer in the middle of Hurricane Daniel. I was rather glad I was in that and perhaps not on Discovery. But again, large parallel bed front lounge, central U-shaped dinette, central kitchen, then a fixed bed in the corner with a corner washroom. So 6 very, very different but popular layouts at the moment. But as you're good, we're going to give you a quick sneaky peek of the Brindisi. It's the only one we've made so far, but we'll bring you up to speed with the other layouts as soon as they leave the development centre. Christina's just going to pop in. On the outside, the change is pretty similar to those with Phoenix Plus. You've got the smart dove grey sidewalls and a very stylish new graphic scheme. But let's pop inside because I think the transformation is even more dramatic there. What I'm just doing is converting the G-shaped lounge so Lee and I have enough space to socially distance from one another. But as you can see, the G-shaped lounge is unique to Bailey and it's unique to this range. It's very, very flexible. You have this fixed side table, which you can either use to sit either side of. So if you want a light meal or a snack between the two of you, you can use that as a table. If you've got more people around for entertaining, you can push it forward as I've done there, and you've got plenty of room for people to sit around and socialise, and you can use it as a drinks or snacks table. And if you've got the whole family coming around, there is another freestanding table available which you can sit here, and effectively you can get 6 people. It's a 4-berth, you can get 6 people around here in complete comfort to eat. So again, that's a unique feature to this range and to Bailey. Looking inside, so it looks very, very similar. It's the same light oak wood colouring, the curved locker doors, the dual finish curved locker doors. The Pegasus Grande gets a couple of extra goodies. It has a very smart kitchen splashback, Perspex splashback, branded. It has the circular sink. In terms of the soft furnishings, there's 2 choices in the Pegasus Grande range. We're sitting in the optional scheme, which is the optional Barbican scheme. So that's available as a cost option of £225. The standard scheme, this is blue accents. The standard scheme, I have this board here.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
Blue Peter style-y. And as you can see, it's sort of grey silver cushion colour with purple accents.
Yeah.
So that's the standard scheme, and this is the optional scheme. And all models will be available in a choice of either of those 2. Okay. Moving into the back of the bedroom, we've just been in the 644 and the Phoenix Plus, and I think this is probably the layout that best demonstrates the benefit of having an 8-foot wide caravan. As you can see, it's the same bedside, but there's an awful lot more room round the bottom of the bed there, so more space to move around. You can still get in either end, but it's a lot more space.
I expect that washroom's roomy as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's very, very comfortable in there. But what we've tried to do with these layouts is incorporate things like G-shaped lounges and U-shaped side dinette. So rather than just putting all the extra space in the corridor, we've tried to adapt the layouts to suit the extra space. As I say, this is the only one of the models we've built thus far, but we're looking to get these ready for probably early October, and they'll be on dealers' sites then.
Okay. And if people want to pop into their local dealer and see the Phoenix range, you said the factory is resuming building caravans now. When can they expect to pop into their nearest retailer and take a look?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, Lee, because they're leaving the factory now. The first build are on the line today, so they'll be with retailers very, very shortly.
Okay.
Shall we pop out?
Yeah. Okay.
So hopefully you enjoyed that. That's a sort of summary from us. It's the first time we've tried a live launch and actually launching our products to our customers for the first time. If you'd like it, please let us know, and maybe if we haven't made a complete hash of it, we'll do it again. But if you want more information, as I mentioned earlier, of the new Caravan 2021 Caravan ranges, they'll be on our website from lunchtime tomorrow. But if you want to be kept up to date with the latest information, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel or our other social media platforms, or alternatively you can subscribe to our email newsletter.
I believe you've got to come back this time next week, haven't you?
I believe I have, and we don't want the motorhome owners to miss out. So providing you want us back, I'm going to come back with our motorhome brand ambassadors next week, Andy and Bex, and we're going to talk you through the changes to the 2021 motorhome lineup, and we're going to give you the first glimpse of the eagerly anticipated Adamo motorhome range.
And also, while I think of it, just in case you haven't seen enough of me tonight, we've obviously had to run through 6 caravans tonight. There's also some walkthrough videos that I did a couple of weeks ago. They should be live shortly, whether they're tonight or tomorrow, but there will be some walkthrough videos that we did in a lovely sunny part of Bristol. So if you want to know more about a certain model, go and have a look at those.
So the idea is trying to give you a bit more idea of the layout, because we appreciate a lot of retailers are appointment only now. So we're trying to help you do your homework to narrow down your search, so when you book that appointment with a retailer, you've got more of an idea of what you're looking for when you turn up at their site.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you all have an enjoyable evening.
And it's good night from me, and it's good night from him.